Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Hearthstone. The new expansion is finally out, the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, and I bought the 50 packs for $50. I saved up a bunch of gold, which wasn't really a ton, but 1,800 gold, which allowed me to buy 18 extra packs, and of course I saved up a bunch of dust to craft what legendaries I wanted, and I'm excited for this expansion. Now I would like to say at the very beginning of the video here, I'm actually recording it after the fact. I've already opened up my packs, but the reason why I'm doing this, and the reason why I'm telling you this, is because something happened with NVIDIA Shadowplay. Like, it reset my settings, which made it so I recorded my voice twice. So I had to mute the game audio because I had my voice on top of it, which just makes the entire video sound absolutely awful. So I had to mute that, and I replaced it with the Hearthstone original soundtrack. So hopefully you guys can get by that. Hopefully you guys can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the pack opening itself. We do get some good cards, and I've really been enjoying the expansion so far. Like, I haven't played a ton, but I played a couple of games. I've been messing around with Priest. I've been messing around with a new form of Warrior, and I'm having a lot of fun with that, and maybe we'll do videos on that in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to show you guys my live pack opening, and hopefully you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Have a great day, guys. So let's start things off here by actually going ahead and opening our first pack, shall we? I like the animation here. I'm a big fan of the animation. I like that a lot. All right, so we got ourselves a rare. Actually, I'm just going to open these all up because these are all going to be brand new cards to me. Okay, so Battle Cry, silence a minion, 5/5 for 5, and give a stealth minion +2/+2 as a 4/4 for 4. That seems pretty. These all seem like very good stats, or at least they're not bad stats. They have like decent abilities, but they're not bad stats to go along with it. Give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. That seems odd. Freezing Potion, and summon 4 1/1 Murlocs. All right, so I feel like they can't really decide which class to make the Murloc class. Like, for a while, it's like, okay, so it's clear that Shaman is going to be the Murloc class, right? And then they start giving all these great Murloc cards to Paladins, and it's like, well, okay, then. So we got ourselves a Jade Spirit, which can be for the Druid, Rogue, and Shaman. Battlecry, summon a Jade Golem. Death Rattle, summon a Jade Golem. So Jade Golem mechanics, I think, are going to be pretty interesting. Cost 2 less if your opponent has at least 3 minions. Okay, so that could be potentially a 4 or 5 for 3, which could, and it has Taunt, which could shut down some aggro decks. We'll have to see. Potion, I haven't read any of these before, so a 6/3 for 4, that's solid. That's actually just kind of meh. Gain control of an enemy minion with 2 or less attack until the end of the turn. Okay. Okay. Fun stuff, man. It's like a weaker version of that one card that I can't quite remember the name of, because who plays Priest, am I right? Apparently, Priest has some pretty good cards in this expansion. All right, we got ourselves the Grime Street Protector. Give adjacent minions Divine Shield. And it has Taunt. That doesn't sound like a horrible... It doesn't seem like an amazing card, but it doesn't seem like a terrible card either. Like a 6/6 for 7 is kind of high cost, but it's a 6/6 with Taunt and gives Divine Shield. I think that's kind of an alright thing. Summon a Jade Golem and gain an empty mana crystal. That is for the Druid, of course. Another Jade Spirit. And gain +2/+2 if an enemy is frozen. I wonder if are they going to be working a lot with, like, the frozen mechanic if you're playing as a mage, I wonder? Another Jade Spirit, a Blood Fury Potion. Give a minion +3 attack if it's a demon. Also give it +3 health. Not bad. Well, for 3 mana, not too sure how great that is. Jade Shuriken, deal 2 damage, combo summon a Jade Golem. I'm definitely going to be messing around with Rogue, I think. Rogue and Priest, I think I'm going to play a lot more of this expansion, because now that I have Gold Warrior, it's like I want to try different classes out, you know? 2/4 for 3, give a minion in your hand +1/+1. Well, actually, 2/4 is pretty good stats for 3, I suppose. It's not horrible. Jade Idol, summon a Jade Golem, or shuffle 3 copies of this card into your deck. All right, that would make it so you can then get more Jade Golems later on, perhaps. Huh. Interesting, interesting. We're going to try our best to keep things moving along here. I don't want to spend too much time reading every single card, but again, I don't know what any of these cards do. All right, our first Warrior card, Public Defender. It's a Tauren Lawyer, man. Okay, so it's a 0/7 for 2. So it's like the Mogashan guy, except I think it costs 1 less. How much does a Mogashan guy cost? It's like, is it 1/7 for 3 maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. It's been so long since that card was relevant. The Lackey is going to deal, actually the next secret's going to be costing 0. So it's like a mini version of the other card. I forget the names of all these things. That looks like a Warlock Murloc, and I'm pretty happy about that. Next Murloc you play his turn costs health instead of mana. That's actually pretty cool. Deal 3 damage to all other characters when it comes out. Okay. And Potion on Polymorph after your opponent plays a minion, transform it into a 1/1 sheep. Not bad. Not bad. More secrets for mages. That's what they need. Every time it does that little gold light up thing, I think I'm getting a legendary. I actually saved up quite a lot of of dust and gold for this expansion. I pre-ordered the 50, then I got like 18 packs on top of that, which... Ooh, golden rare. Shadow Sensei. All right, awesome. So give a stealth minion +2/+2. I like my gold cards. I really do. A couple Murlocs. Or we got ourselves a new Murloc here anyway. Battlecry deal 1 damage. A new Murloc card. All right. That's for all classes too. Give all your minions in your hand +1/+1. See, these right here look like they could both be added to a Murloc Paladin style of deck. I also saved up a bunch of dust, which for me is a lot. Like I have like 3,300 dust or something like that, which is enough for 2 legendaries. So I'll be able to craft the legendaries that I want, and then of course I'll probably get dust just by opening the packs up here. I hope I get the new Shaman legendary. It is absolutely freaking nuts. I hope I get it. It's basically going to be a 5/5 for 5 with taunt, and when it dies, it puts this card in your deck, and that card is a 10/10 for 5 with taunt minion. And it's like, holy crap! Okay, we got ourselves our first epic. Oh, double epic in this pack. All right, we got ourselves Fell Orc, Soul Fiend. At start your turn, deal 2 damage to this minion. Okay. That might work out in like a Healy style deck. I mean, it's going to be a 3/7 for 3. Those are really good stats. Brass Knuckles for the Warrior. After your hero attacks, give a random minion in your hand +1/+1. I don't see myself using it. It's a 2/3 weapon for 4. It just doesn't seem amazing. We got ourselves a Song Stealer. Battlecry. That's our second one of those. Okay, cool. We still got 59 packs to go. No legendaries yet. And Toxic Sewer Ooze, or remove the durability of your opponent's... Remove 1 durability of your opponent's weapon. It's like a buffed up Acidic Swamp Ooze. I think that's pretty cool. Why? Why do we need more Ragers, Blizzard? Why? Nobody uses them to begin with. Why do you keep adding them to the game? It doesn't make any sense. Enemy minions lose stealth. That's like an interesting concept for a card. I'm not there may have been something similar to that in the past, but I don't think there has been. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Ladies and gents, our first legendary of Gadgetzan. Let's see. And it is going to be the Warrior one, of course, because I play Warrior mostly. Give all weapons in your hand and deck +1 attack. Jeez, it's also a 2/2 for 2. That's not horrible. I like that. I think I'm going to try and put together a some sort of a Warrior. I'm seeing it more often on the ladder. Like a Warrior... Kind of like a weapons. It's like an aggro warrior where they really focus on buffing up their weapons and stuff like that. Like, I played a guy last night who used Captain Greenskin for crying out loud, which I thought was insane. Rat Pack, it's going to be for the hunter. Summon a number of 1/1 rats equal to this minion's attack. Okay, so the idea here is use some of those new cards that buff up things in your hand and then put it out. And destroy a minion and one of your mana crystals. Oh, so you get rid of one of your mana crystals, but you get to destroy a minion for 4 mana. I don't see that being super helpful, considering for 4 mana, like, you look at a rogue, and Eviscerate, well, I think of Eviscerate as a 4 mana thing, because you have to trigger it to get it actually working, but there's lots of better removal, I think, for 4 mana in the game. Pint-sized Potion, give all enemy minions -3 attack this turn only. That's not bad. That seems incredibly good. For 1 mana, that makes it so anything you have on the board can trade with anything they have very, very easily. That seems like a very good card, actually. Like, maybe not having 2 of them in your deck, but having at least 1 seems like a good idea to me, right? Keep in mind, I'm not a top-tier Hearthstone player, but it seems good to me. I think I would be able to put... I'm definitely going to play a lot of Priest this expansion. New Warrior card. Grimy Gadgeteer. At the end of your turn, give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. Jeez, they love that mechanic this expansion, don't they? We've seen most of those cards already before, I think. Let's keep on going. Just gonna open these up pretty quickly. And Ancient of Blossoms, 3/8 for 6 with taunt. I mean, that's a bulky character there, but 3 attack isn't a whole lot. Discover a Mage, Priest, or Warlock card. Jade Claws for the Shaman, summon a Jade Golem. 2/2 for 2, not bad, but it does have Overload of 1. But it does seem to be like a pretty good overall weapon. I think Jade Claws is pretty good. And if I think it's good, it has to be good, because I'm like a top-tier Hearthstone player. What else do we got here? Nothing great. Cabal Crystal Runner, costs 2 less for each secret you've played this game. Okay. Gosh. Last thing we need is more secret mages. Let's see. Jade Shuriken. Okay, deal 2 damage, combo, summon a Jade Golem. Sounds awesome. I've seen this before, and okay, so we've seen all those before already. Ooh, Golden Daring Reporter. So whenever your opponent draws a card, gain +1/+1. So if you put that out, immediately the next turn, it's going to gain +1/+1 and become a 4/4 for 4, and it could potentially get better if they don't deal with it. That seems like an interesting card. I like that. Alley Cat, Battlecry, summoning 1/1 cat. So it's a 2/2 for 1, basically, 2 minions. That seems very face huntery. I know a guy. Discover a taunt minion. That sounds like fun. For a warrior, Fellfire Potion, deal 5 damage to all characters. All right, cool. let's just give Ysera's Awakens without the Ysera. Awesome. Smuggler's Crate. Give a random beast in your hand +2/+2. Naga Corsair. Give her weapon +1 attack. Deal 5 damage to an enemy minion. Death Rattle, deal 5 damage to an enemy hero. They love the goblin. Why do the goblin cards always have to hurt? It's also a 2/2 for freaking 5. That is awful. That is awful. I mean, if you want to do some pressure, I suppose. I mean, 5 damage. We got ourselves an epic. Double epic in this pack. Awesome. Okay, so Mana Geode, which is for a priest. Whenever this minion is healed, summon a 2/2 crystal. So you put it out there, you trade into something, and then you heal it, and then you get 2/2 crystal. Oh, it seems like it's pretty tough to get going, honestly, but maybe good. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in hand, gain charge. That's just... It looks like a Roadhog. It's like a big old pig on a motorcycle. Why they gotta be doing me like that? That reminds me of there's a Goblin Mountain. Wow. You get for, I think, ranking highly in the arena this last season or something like that. It's like all right, we got ourselves a legendary. It's a really cool looking mount, but I'm never gonna be able to get it because I'm not a PvPer. Don Honcho, which is the leader of the faction I talked about at the beginning of the video. Give a random minion in your hand +5/+5 as a battle cry. That seems pretty good, honestly. It's a 5/6 for 7, which isn't amazing, but the battle cry I think is pretty good, but it is a little bit random. So it may be difficult to actually get to work. I don't know. Call in the Fishers. Summon 4/1/1 Murloc. So we have that again. Shadow Sensei again. And we've seen all those already. Awesome. Keep on going. There we go. Golden Murlocs. So does that summon 4 golden 1/1 Murlocs? Because it better. Fight Promoter. If you control a minion with 6 or more health, draw 2 cards. Okay. Doesn't seem amazing, but seems like a fun concept. Yeah, you have a fight promoter, you have this big scary thing, and you're charging people to come and watch it fight. I don't know, that's kind of a cool idea. Jade Chieftain once again. Battlecry, summon a Jade Golem and give it taunt. All right. And this one, have we seen this one? Give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. I think we've seen that before. Okay. So I think we've seen all those ones already. More legendaries, please. You ask and you shall receive. I guess I should have specified not a legendary that I already have. Stolen Goods. Give a random taunt minion in your hand +3/+3. Seems pretty scary. They're still working towards... They are slowly but surely, I feel like, working towards like this taunty warrior style of play style. Which I kind of like plays... Oh, it's golden. Okay, that kind of plays into the narrative of a control warrior, but really, control warrior doesn't have a ton of taunt cards. It just has lots of really scary legendaries. Transform all enemy minions into random ones that cost 1 less. That seems like a freaking fun card. It's the opposite of Evolve. I like that a lot. Blast Crystal Potion. Deal or destroy a minion and 1 of your mana crystals. Okay, we saw that already. I thought it was a new card. Apparently not. But I like the Evolve a lot. That's pretty neat, honestly. Which I think, unlicensed apothecary. I say that right? Apothecary? I don't even know. Whenever you summon a minion, deal 5 damage to your hero. Oh, but it's also a 5/5 for 3. But that seems like it would hurt a lot. And Lotus Assassin, stealth. And whenever this minion attacks and kills a minion, gains stealth. Seems very, very average. Very mediocre. Another freezing potion, another potion for them. Pint-sized potion, got 2 of those now. And the courier, Battlecry's got... Okay, so now we have... That just filled out my collection a little bit. Because I think I had one of at least most of those cards. A couple of them I had duplicates. But that basically filled out a lot of them. This is going to be all repeats again. Definitely going to be a lot of dust, I think, from this. Which is going to allow me to craft the legendaries I'd want. Alright, another warrior card. Alley Armorsmith. Taunt. Whenever this minion deals damage, gain that much armor. I mean, you could buff this up with some of the other taunt buffing cards to make it even scarier, because right now it's a 2/7 for 5, which isn't great. But it could potentially be really horrifying. If you could buff that up with like a bolster, right? Make it a 4/9. It gives a +2/+2, right? I think bolster does that. And then so it's a 4/9 out there that you had to essentially spend 7 mana on. You run that into somebody, you also gain 4 armor when you do damage with it. Like, it seems pretty decent. And the rest of these we've already seen before. So there we go. I like new warrior cards. I do. And all repeats. Okay. We're getting close to the halfway point. Another Shadow Rager. Great. All right, Crystal Weaver. Give your demons +1/+1. Not bad. 5/4 for 4. Decent stats. That seems like actually a decent card there. If you're playing a more control-y style Warlock deck and not like an aggro one. Mistress of Mixtures. Restore 4 health to both players as a death rattle, but it's also a 2/2 for 1. It might be decent. Backstreet Leper. Deal 2 damage each year. So it's like a buffed up version of Leper Gnome. I like that. Grime Street Pawnbroker. Give a random weapon in your hand +1/+1. And the rest of those are repeats. Jade Chieftain. Naga Corsair. Trog. Okay, Trog Beast Rager is something different. Give a beast in your hand +1/+1. I love how he has a whip and everything and the little cherry. He's like a lion tamer. Get it? He's also a 3/2 for 2, which isn't bad. Might work. Hosen Healer. Restore a minion to full health as its battle cry, but it's a 2/6 for 4, so another Hosen Healer. All right, got both of them. Mistress of Mixtures again, and we're getting a lot of these Grime Street Protectors. That's like my 8th one, I feel like. It's more likely probably like 4. Got ourselves an Epic. Not bad. Another Fight Promoter, even it out. And the rest of these we have seen before. Let's keep on going. Mark the Lotus, give your minions +1/+1. Okay, it's more of a low level kind of a druid card, I suppose. Dragon Operative. Okay, so if you're holding a dragon, discover a card in your opponent's deck. That sounds like fun. That's one of those cards I was actually hoping to get. I've seen that one ahead of time because I would like to get a lot of those Dragon Priest cards because they seem to be really building towards this idea of a Dragon Priest. Burgley Bully. All right. So whenever your opponent casts a spell, add a coin to your hand. 4/6 for 5. Not horrible. Pretty decent effect. If they want to use a spell to get rid of it, you get a coin. And I don't know. It seems like a pretty decent card, honestly. Another Public Defender. Small Time Buccaneer. That's a new one. It's a little gnome pirate. And has +2 attack while you have a weapon equipped. So it could be a 3/2 for 2 or 3/2 for 1 if you have a weapon. So another freaking Shadow Rager. God, why are those even in the game, man? Why are they in the game? Let's see here. Jade Blossom, Smuggler's Crate. Yeah, we've seen all those before, I think. Keep on going. Lotus Agents. Okay, that's a new one. So discover a Druid, Rogue, or Shaman card. This is going to be a red mana where whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 attack. But for 5 mana, it's, I don't know. Another Alley Armorsmith and Tanara's Hog Chopper. So if your opponent's hand is empty, gain charge. So the other one is if like they have like 6 or something like that, then it has charge. This one has charge being a 4/4. Okay. Oops. Oh, there we go. Maybe I need to do more of the little magic tricks to actually get this thing going easier. All right, Golden Lotus Agents. Discover a Druid, Rogue, or Shaman card. Not bad. Not bad. I have a good feeling about this one. No? I felt like this one, we had something going with us. All right, Dispatch Kodo. Deal damage equal to its minion's attack as a battle cry. Not bad. It can be buffed up in your hand. Maybe we'll see a lot of, I don't know, maybe I'll make a Hunter deck where we try and work around that mechanic, because they seem to have a couple of cards that do that. Give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. Like, they like this idea of like putting out guys, having them die, then buffing up your other cards. I think that's interesting. It's something different, you know? What else do we have here? This is a new one, Grime Street Informant, and so it's going to be discover a Hunter, Paladin, or Warrior card. The rest of these we have seen before, but that's a new one, so not bad. Could be potentially great. I like the idea of like getting random burgle spells. Like I run like a burgle style rogue deck, and it's really fun. Like you got your swashburglars and your actual burglar card, and so you just get a bunch of cards from your opponent's class into your hand, and it's really fun. Gadgetzan Ferryman, whenever or combo, return a friendly minion to your hand. Okay, so it's like a Pandaren almost. And then we got another gadget here. Okay, cool. What do we have here? They're giving me lots of these Jade Spirits, aren't they? They really like those Jade Spirits. Okay, so this one's actually, I think I've got before, but I never actually read it. Add a random potion to your hand. That's kind of cool. I mean, there's lots of potions in the game as well. I wonder if that's, I assume it's mostly the new potions that came out with this expansion, but that seems pretty freaking cool. An epic, all right. Another I know a guy. Wind Up Burglebot. Whenever this attacks a minion and survives, draw a card. Okay, well, that seems very, very meh. Very, very meh. Backroom Bouncer. Whenever a friendly minion dies, gain +1 attack. It's also a 4/4 for 4, so you put that out, trade into a couple of things. You give it a bunch of attack, but even then, it only has 4 health, so I think it's kind of limited. Friendly Bartender. At the end of your turn, restore 1 health to your hero. 2/3 for 2. Not bad, not great, I would say. Second-rate Bruiser, it's going to be a 4/5 for 5 with Taunt and costs 2 less if your opponent has at least 3 minions. Okay, so that's the one we got earlier. I just haven't seen it in a while. That's that card I said that may actually slow down more aggro decks. We'll have to see. And Potion of Madness, gain control. Okay, we already had that one before. And Ancient of Blossoms, yeah, we had that one before as well. Okay, 3/8 for 6 with Taunt. Like a mini Protector Tree guy. Calling the finishers. We've gotten that one so many times, man. Lotus Agents. Okay, got that before. All right, so these are all repeats. So far, lots of repeats. Only a couple of cards I'm really excited about so far. A couple legendaries. 3 legendaries in total, but 2 of them, or 1 of them was a repeat. Doppelgangster, like the name. Deal 2, or summon 2 copies of this minion. So for 5 mana, you get essentially 6/6 on the board in the form of 3 2/2s. That's interesting. Potion of Polymorph again, Potion of Madness, the Smuggler, and the Abyssal Enforcer. Okay. Got ourselves Golden Rare, Grime Street Pawnbroker for the Warrior. Gotta get my Golden Warrior cards early and often, boys. Early and often. What is this one? Leather Clad. Okay, this is the one where if they have 6 or more cards that has charge, it's like a bigger version of the other one. I love how they literally have like these pigs on freaking on motorcycles. Reminds me of Roadhog from Overwatch. Alley Cat. Wow, okay. A couple Alley Cats, Dispatch Kodo. Street Trickster, which is going to be a 0/7 for 3 with spell damage. If it had attack, I might use it, because I actually like the idea of like a spell damage deck, especially like a spell damage rogue. But I don't know. It has no attack, and so I wonder how useful it would actually be. Another Public Defender, and these are all repeats again. We're getting low here, boys. We're getting awful low. We are down to 15 packs. Not a fan. What do we have here? Blast Crystal Potion, Tenaris Hog Chopper, Lotus Agents. Okay, all repeats again. All repeats again. We need some more class cards. We need some more priest cards, some more legendaries, stuff like that. I think I'm about to craft a lot of my cards this expansion. Sea Devil Stinger. Okay, so we already had that one before. Devolve again, right? So that's our second Devolve. Not bad, not bad. I wanted to get both of those, because I was obviously going to craft a second one. But now we have both of them. Pretty happy. All right, new Shaman card. Jinyu Water Speakers. About Cry, restore 6 health. And Overload 1, 3/6 for 4. Not bad. I like that card. I think it's actually just those are just pretty solid stats, if you ask me, with a good Battle Cry. So that seems like a pretty good card to me. Golden Jade Swarmer for the Rogue. Not bad. Not bad. I planned on using that card anyway, so I'm pretty happy about that. And two repeats of the same card there, man. Come on, man. 10. We're down to our final 10 packs, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, what will there be? Oh, regards. All right, Golden Epic and a Legendary. Raza the Chained. 5/5 for 5 for the Priesty. Battle Cry. If your deck has no duplicates, your hero power costs 0 this game. Huh. So you put this in there, also put in like a Reno Jackson, and that seems like it could be potentially very, very fun. If you get this card out early, having a free 2 mana heal would be pretty awesome. You combine that with some other cards, which potentially would make it so you can use your hero power like as many times as you want per turn. That would be insane. insane. You could heal up to like absolute. You could heal everything back up to full. If you have that card that allows you to use your hero power as many times as you want this turn, and then you combine that with this, you could heal everything on your board. We get a gold. This is gonna be disenchanted. I'm not gonna use this card for anything. Leatherclad Hog Leader. We got a golden one, and it's an epic, so that needs disenchanted. That's some good dust right there. That's what that is. I'm pretty happy about the old Priesty Legendary. Not bad, not bad. I wonder, are there 2 legendaries for each class's expansion, or is it only the one? Because sometimes they have it so there's multiple. Manic Soulcaster, choose a friendly minion, shuffle a copy into your deck. All right. Got ourselves a golden Cabal Shadowrunner. Not bad. Not bad. I like the card art. Okay. We need to try to appease the RNG gods here. You see how that works? Get an epic and a rare right there. Another devolve, a Lotus Illusionist. After this minion attacks a hero, transform it into a random 6-cost minion. It's still a 3/5 for 4, which is not awful. And if you actually get its effect, it can deal 3 damage to your opponent and become a random 6-drop. Although, it does have the potential to become that awful 3/6 Murloc. Or is this 6/3? I think it's a 3/6 Murloc for 6. It's just an awful card. And which I've gotten that a couple of times. Nothing great there. Another Worgen Greaser. We're down to our final 4 packs here, ladies and gents. Another Public Defender, Ancient Blossoms. All right. On the bright side, opening this many packs, I pretty much know what all these cards do because I've read them all a bazillion times as all of them have popped up. Got ourselves a golden rare, which is going to be another Grime Street Pawnbroker. I would get 2 golden ones. Well, now I can get rid of the regulars, I suppose. If you're going to have a golden warrior, you have to have all golden cards in your warrior deck, right? Double epic, Defias Cleaner, which could be for all classes, 5/7 for 6. Battlecry, silence a minion with Death Rattle. That seems oddly specific, and therefore I don't think it's going to be super useful. Another Manic Soulcaster, it's going to be a 3/4 for 3, which is choose a friendly minion, shuffle it into your deck, or shuffle a copy into your deck. I think that's actually a pretty good card because of the stats it has and its pretty good effect. Our final pack, ladies and gentlemen, of this pack opening, and we go out very boringly with 4 commons and a rare, all of which are repeats. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, we did open up a bunch of these. Now we'll go to my collection. We do got some dust, and I definitely have some disenchanting and stuff to do. So 1,700 dust, so that's going to allow me to craft either a legendary of my choice or a bunch of other cards. Now, of course, I need to... oh, gosh, it's a 6-drop, right? There's a bunch of cards I'm going to need to disenchant here for sure. Like this, holy crap, listen to that outside. Leatherclad Hog Leader. We're definitely going to be getting rid of this because I'm not using that for literally anything. Never will. I don't even think I'm going to use these 2. I may disenchant these for 200 dust. I don't even know. Maybe I'll keep them just for, the sake of keeping them, I suppose. But I just really don't see a world where I'm going to be using them. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, like, Priest. And we're going to go into crafting, and we're going to see, like, what things. Like, here we go. This is from, I think, the last expansion. Yeah, which was the old gods. Battlecry, summon a 1/1 copy of each of your other minions. That seems meh. Dragonfire Potion, deal 5 damage to all minions except for dragons. I have a feeling I'm going to need to craft that if I want to have a dragon priest deck. Lucky Dude Buccaneer. If you're... Oh, I went over to Rogue. I'm like, wait a minute, if your weapon does what now? I thought that was a little bit odd. Okay, so I'm only showing 6 drops right there. We gotta get rid of that. And Prophet Velen there. So we can go ahead and change this. I love the fact that you have this all stuff in here. Go down. Wait, where in the heck is it? Gadgetzan. I guess it was up top. I figured it'd be on the bottom. And so the only one I don't have is Dragonfire Potion for the Priest. I have a couple of cards here, like Shaku the Collector. Whenever this minion attacks, add a random card to your hand. Doesn't seem overly amazing. Paladins, definitely a lot of cards in there that I might need to get for the... Well, since I have 2 of these, I can disenchant this one for 20. Something is Sleep of the Fishes. Deal 3 damage to all minions. Okay. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. They chained a Murloc underwater to drown it, like you see like in a lot of like mobster movies and stuff. They put their feet in cement or concrete or whatever, and they put him at the bottom of a lake. He's a Murloc. He can breathe underwater. Get it? That's the joke. But yeah, it's basically like a Hellfire almost, but for warriors. And it actually costs 1 less, doesn't it? But it also only hits minions instead of everything. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so I got the Warrior Legendary for this expansion, so it's not going to show me anything like that. So what about the Paladin? The Paladin Legendary is going to be a Wicker Flame Burn Bristle, which is going to be a 2/2 for 3 with Taunt and Divine Shield, and damage dealt to this minion also heals your hero. That seems like a pretty good little card. Right? Taunt, Divine Shield, 2/2 for 3, which isn't great, but I mean, also has Taunt, Divine Shield, and whenever it actually takes damage, it heals your hero for a little bit. That seems like a fun little card. Small time recruits, draw 3 1-cost minis to your deck. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool expansion. Obviously, I'm going to need to make my own decks here. I'm going to need to go ahead and disenchant things I don't want, craft things that I do want, and get to having some fun making a bit of a Dragon Priesty style of the deck. I want to make a, like I said, that hunter style of a deck that's going to be basically discarding cards, or not discarding cards. When minions die, like buffs up cards in your hand randomly. Obviously, I want to mess around with like a warrior deck that's going to allow you to use a bunch of weapons and aggro a little bit. I think it's going to be pretty fun. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.